and welcome to Diplomatic View. Many thanks for joining me, Joy, Annie, on the program. And on this program, we keep you updated with global activities, politics, social events, culture, tradition, and more. Discover the art of diplomacy and the power of international relations as we bring to you an exclusive behind-the-scenes looks into the lives of diplomats as they navigate complex geopolitical landscapes. Now you can join me on the program by calling or sending WhatsApp messages with the studio line showing on your screen. Also do well to make contributions via social media platforms on Facebook and Twitter with the handles showing on your screen, and on Instagram with official Joy Annie. But we'll be right back after this short break. To stay with us. Welcome back. Now, all right, Bulgaria is a country located in southeastern Europe. It has a rich and complex history that spans thousands of years. Nigeria and Bulgaria has enjoyed diplomatic relations since Nigeria gained independence in 1960. The two countries have signed several bilateral agreements and treaties in the areas of trade, education, culture, and economic cooperation. Nigeria is one of Bulgaria's leading trading partners in Africa, with a focus on the export of cocoa, rubber, and other agricultural products. As of 2021, the major trade between Nigeria and Bulgaria includes agricultural products, including sesame seeds and cocoa bean, while Bulgaria also imports petroleum products from Nigeria. Now, in recent years, both countries have expressed interest in expanding their economic ties and exploring new areas of collaboration in education, business, and more. With me here is the Bulgarian ambassador to Nigeria, Ambassador Yanko Yordanov, His Excellency, who will be talking on how collaborations with Nigeria, particularly on education in Nigeria through scholarships and others, how we can go further. His Excellency, you're welcome to the program.
Good day, and thank you for this invitation.
What opportunities are available for Nigerian students who want to apply for such opportunities, especially through scholarships?
Actually, there is a wide range of opportunities. Scholarships is just one of the tracks where we are working together with the federal government and some state governments as well. And the scholarships, of course, are the backbone of any sustainable partnership in the area of education, especially the higher education. So Bulgaria has decided to embark on a program for scholarships for the next 5 years, and I'm very hopeful that very soon these arrangements will be in place and they will be negotiated very efficiently with the federal government. So I'm sure that in very few months, Bulgaria will be able to announce this scholarship scheme that will be of benefit for not only Nigeria but also for Bulgaria, because this is a way to have a friendship that is sustainable and well maintained. But of course, apart of the scholarships, Bulgaria's universities are offering enormous range of opportunities in terms of affordability of the higher education, of course the living standards, but also in terms of the great quality that our universities are offering, and the testimonies of this are already there in terms of the Bulgarian alumni students who once graduated in Bulgaria and now they are well placed in Nigeria. So I believe that scholarships will open up opportunities that are already there and need to be seized.
Oh, great. Now let's look at the criteria for eligibility and, of course, selection process. How is it done? Because there are a lot of people out there who want this opportunity, but they don't know how to go about it.
I think that once we are ready with the agreement in that sphere, we will be able to give more details on the arrangements and the mechanisms. What I can guarantee is that it will be done in full coordination with the federal government of Nigeria. So the process will be very fair, very open, and very transparent. And I'm sure that Bulgaria will be giving scholarships to those talented Nigerians who will be very well educated and very skillful once they go to the labor market. So we are focusing not just of giving scholarships for the sake of giving scholarships, but we are focusing on the more sustainable effects that the scholarships will have for the benefit of Nigeria, thus for the benefit of Bulgaria-Nigeria's cooperation to thrive.
Do you have some Bulgarians who are schooling in Nigeria?
I wish we will have soon. Actually, once I was asked what would be my goal as ambassador, or actually my dream as ambassador, that was one of my points, to see Bulgarians coming to Nigeria to study and to work. Because it will mean first that Nigeria is offering these opportunities graciously to Bulgaria in particular, but also that the Bulgarians are even more interested in Nigeria, in the giant of Africa. So we have opened up some ways of consultations to see if some universities can first accept some Bulgarian experts and teachers who can very ably introduce our history and our language to the larger audience of Nigeria. And of course, once we do so, I'm sure that many Bulgarian students will also be interested in at least short-term exchanges. Actually, just 5 years ago in Bulgaria, we have established a bachelor degree program for African studies. And I'm sure that those who are about to graduate this program will be the ones who will be charting the way forward, including into the people-to-people contacts and having some experience as students and teachers in Nigeria.
That would be great. Okay, let's talk about this student from Nigeria, because I know the alumni in Abuja, Lagos, who studied in Bulgaria. How is there anything that has been significant in what they do in Nigeria from Bulgaria?
Well, many of them are not only in Abuja and Lagos. I've recently been to Katsina State, where I met about 15 of Bulgarian alumni. All of them are very skillful and recognized experts in their fields of action, especially agriculture. I think that what Bulgaria brought to Nigeria in terms of knowledge is focused on many areas, but agriculture is the one that makes a difference. And actually, we are not focusing only on the past cooperation, but we are about to embark on a program for agriculture, and we are very happy that we see that the new leadership of Nigeria is actually emphasizing and placing more emphasis on the agriculture as a way of prosperity. So I see an opening for Bulgaria to be an active partner of Nigeria, especially in the area of agriculture, which means not only technologies, not only mechanization, not only a labor in this, but it's mostly knowledge and technology transfer, where Bulgaria is very good at.
While you are still watching a Diplomatic View on ASO television, His Excellency, would you tell us the outcome of the Lagos Chamber of Commerce you attended recently in Lagos?
Actually, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce was in Bulgaria in April, and it was a very successful event, I would say. The outcomes are already there. I think that when we do the statistics at the end of the year, we will see that this forum contributed a lot to increasing the trade volumes between our two countries. Lagos Chamber of Commerce signed the MOU with their Bulgarian counterpart, and we are very happy because it established a very fruitful cooperation in terms of exchange of information, exchange of data that would allow both business communities to identify where they can partner better in. And at the same time, the Lagos Chamber of Commerce was visiting several Bulgarian universities in the capital city of Sofia, but also in the second largest city of Bulgaria, Plovdiv, and I think that they have identified also very good opportunities for sending Nigerian students to the Agricultural University of Plovdiv, the Food Processing Institute in Plovdiv, the University of World Economics in Bulgaria, the Sofia universities, and I'm sure that there will be results very soon which will be tangible and visible. But I would say that the outcomes are already there. There are a few deals that have been already concluded and executed between the LCCI membership and Bulgarian business community. And I think that it sets a very good example of cooperation. I'm very happy that as we speak, the Umuahia Chamber of Commerce is also in Bulgaria, and they are also negotiating on some important areas of cooperation. They will also sign a MOU with the Haskovo Chamber of Commerce, which will also chart the way forward for a very much deepened cooperation between several states in Nigeria and some regional chambers in Bulgaria. So the cooperation is already there, it is thriving, but what we need to do is to transform this impetus into a very organic growth of business contacts and the trade volumes. So as we make sure that our trade turnout is constantly increasing the way it can be sustainable in the future, we are trying to include as many as possible SMEs from Nigeria and from Bulgaria, because especially in Bulgaria, the SMEs are the backbone of our economy. So I'm really very hopeful that the recent momentum into the trade relationship will be transformed into a longer-term partnership in this area.
Okay. Now you talked about library between the two countries. They had a collaboration recently. So how did that go also?
It went perfectly, I believe. I myself, I'm very proud of this cooperation, because Bulgaria is the custodian of a culture that dates back millennia. And the National Library of Bulgaria reflects that richness of history, of traditions, of cooperation even. And the National Library of Nigeria is the first African library that establishes cooperation with our National Library. And what is more important actually is that this cooperation is specifically focused on the digitalization of the books and the literature as a whole. And Nigeria is really remarkable in terms of richness of literature, of different communities, of different zones, of different languages. And we are very proud that we can assist and cooperate with the National Library of Nigeria to preserve that very splendid heritage that you have here in Nigeria. That's really a backbone of the sustainability in our friendship that will, I believe, thrive in the future even more.
Ambassador, let's talk about a few things about the history of Bulgaria. Let's talk about their cuisine. How has it been? How you, as His Excellency in Nigeria, not being in your country, how do you cope?
Oh, I'm coping very well. I think that the cuisines, both of Nigeria and Bulgaria, are very similar. And I believe also that if we go through the diet of Bulgarians and the diet of Nigerians, you will see a lot of commonality. And actually the fact is that since I'm here for more than 2 years, I've gained a lot of weight. So it means that your cuisine is fitting very well to my preferences.
Wow.
So definitely I'm coping very well with this.
So which of them is your best, the Nigeria food?
Nigeria food, when it comes to the soup, it's egusi.
Wow.
Definitely. Every kind of freshwater fish, in any way you prepare it. But also I like this specific way of grilling meat in the north of Nigeria.
You mean the suya?
Not only the suya, but the way it is prepared.
Okay, the shredded ones, they have different types there, yeah.
Also the keleshi as well, where again Katsina is very well specialized, but not only Katsina, also Kaduna. It's a very unique technique actually of drying the meat. So Nigeria is very vast, which means there are a variety of techniques in the cuisine and in preparing the meat and the food as such. And I like it all the way from the north via the north central to southeast and southwest.
Okay, that's interesting. So Nigerians who are planning to go to Bulgaria for one thing or the other, like the agriculture you talked about, would you tell us maybe a brief history about it, and I mean how they can cope, how they can go round places to touch in case of people who want to travel?
Well, traveling these days is a common thing. So I'm sure that every country on earth is advertising itself in the best possible light. So no doubt the Bulgarian ambassador will tell you that Bulgaria is the best place to visit. But I'm telling this not only as an advertisement, but because I've heard a lot from Nigerians who once visited Bulgaria, and they keep wanting to visit us because it's a very beautiful country. It's a long history which can be seen almost in every place in Bulgaria. But what is the most important is the hospitality of our nation. And I'm sure that Nigerians who once visit Bulgaria will always talk very well for us in terms of our hospitality. Actually, if I have to be very honest, the only country that is in competition with us in terms of hospitality is Nigeria. So this is another commonality we have.
Oh, that's great. His Excellency, I must thank you for coming on the program. I hope we have more time to discuss and talk more on Bulgaria and Nigeria ties maybe in the future.
It will be my pleasure. Thank you.
So do stay with us for another fresh edition of this program. Same time, same station next week. Let's do it again. I'm Joy Annie. Thanks for watching.